Firefall is shutting down all PvP. Ubisoft announces the MMORTS EndWar Online. The mighty quest for epic loot teases its first female hero. Rift's latest update adds new endgame raids, and more on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. In a stunning move last week, Marl Kern, CEO of Red 5, the developer behind Firefall, announced the company's plan to suspend all Firefall PvP content currently available in-game. In the near future, the entire system will be taken offline for an undisclosed amount of time while Red 5 assesses the shooter's PvP future. While PvE had always been Firefall's primary focus, Red 5 had spent a considerable amount of effort and time balancing PvP in the hopes that Firefall could one day become an esport. However, Kern revealed in the news post that despite the developer's best efforts, less than 3% of Firefall's players opted to participate in PvP. Kern says he hopes his team can use the downtime to regroup, rethink, and deliver the best PvP system possible. For now, the developer will continue focusing on the more popular PvE aspects of the game. The removal of PvP marks yet another huge change for the MMO FPS, which has undergone numerous revamps since it entered closed beta 2 years ago. What did you think of Firefall's PvP? With Hi-Rez Studios recently coming under fire due to their decision to remove their official forums and indefinitely suspend all Tribes Ascend development, the studio recently attempted to reassure fans that Smite would not face a similar fate. Hi-Rez's CEO Erez Goran took to official Smite Reddit page and posted a thread titled, "What will Hi-Rez do with Smite?" In it, Goran did something unexpected. He broke down the apparent financial failings of Global Agenda and Tribes Ascend. According to Goran, both Global Agenda and Tribes Ascend were not profitable. Despite continued content creation, both games apparently suffered from a continued decline in user base. Smite, on the other hand, is Hi-Rez's golden goose, one the developer intends to keep healthy and happy. Goran recants the MOBA's success in the post when he said, "Smite is one of those rare games that actually is growing every month and is also profitable. This is allowing us to grow the Smite team and deliver weekly updates and content, from 15 people initially to about 80 people now. Given everything we know, Smite should have a long and successful future, which is why we are very excited as a company and continue to work our butts off to make Smite the best MOBA game in the world." Goran also spoke concerning the possibility of Hi-Rez providing community mod tools for those wanting to continue development on Tribes Ascend. Unfortunately, according to Goran, Hi-Rez's infrastructure and development platform does not support that ability well, and the cost and time to develop these features are extremely high. You can read the whole thread including community responses by visiting the Reddit link in the description below. Ubisoft has announced a new self-proclaimed next-gen browser MMO called EndWar. Under development at Ubisoft's Shanghai studio, Tom Clancy's EndWar Online bills itself as a tactical and strategic MMO that offers real-time battles, HQ and army management, and massive community-based wars. Keeping with the theme of recycling old series, EndWar was originally an RTS released back in 2008 for both consoles and PC. EndWar Online takes place after the events of the original EndWar, with major governmental superpowers waging an all-out war on each other because war never ends. Players will get a choice to participate in both PvE and PvP missions with more than 80 hero units, who can level up and have access to their own unique abilities. The units themselves come in several varieties that include the usual war machine staples like tanks, anti-aircraft, and helicopters. If you're interested in signing up for the EndWar's beta, you can do so now by clicking the appropriate link below or by just heading over to the official site now. After releasing 3 male heroes of all shapes and sizes, Ubisoft has made an effort to remain ahead of the stereotypical gender curve and has announced the Runaway, the mighty quest for Epic Loot's first female hero. So, what do we know about the Runaway? Well, for starters, we know she ran away. Ha! At one time, the Runaway was the daughter of a world-famous classical harpsichord duo, but the lifestyle just didn't suit her, so she set off with her trusty axe in search of a rocking adventure. In combat, the Runaway slowly swings her heavy axe to hit enemies from medium range. Her attacks, while slow due to her massive axe, are more powerful than all other characters currently in the game. Ubisoft has only released a few screenshots of the Runaway so far and have yet to announce when she will be officially added. Rift is getting a massive endgame update this week with patch 2.4 named Beyond Infinity, which aims to add nearly an infinite amount of new group content to the MMORPG. Okay, so maybe not an infinite amount, but with the 2 new raids, a new dungeon, a 2-person chronicle, new PvP ranks, and perhaps most importantly, new hairstyles, there's an impressive display of new things to do in patch 2.4. Beyond Infinity introduces a new evil protagonist named Inercta, I hope I said that right, who's preparing to unleash Titan-forged colossi against the plains of Talara. In order to stop her, players will need to gain control of the Infinity Gate, which sets the stage for the first of 2 20-man raids. Players will face 4 raid bosses, with the first 2 able to be chosen in any order. Bosses in the Infinity Gate range from an older architect robot who has access to radioactive attacks and is largely an ad-based fight, to Volan, who some of you may remember as a world boss from a previous Storm Legion world event. The second 20-man raid, Planebreaker Bastion, will go live shortly after the official 2.4 release, and concludes the storyline as players confront Inercta in order to prevent the construction of a doomsday automaton. Expect there to be many, many magical robots out there to kill you. 2.4 also adds support for cross-shard instant adventures, something that's been requested from the community for quite some time. The change should now ensure large groups of players are always available for those looking for an adventure. In just 1 month, Turbine has announced it will release the Lord of the Rings Online latest expansion, Helm's Deep. Set to go live on November 18th, the expansion will continue the MMO's epic story. As players ride through the plains of Western Rohan, they will encounter famous characters and locations including the Aragorn and the infamous Fortress of the Hornburg. The expansion, which increases the level cap to 95, will also add new skills and completely updated class specializations. Mounted combat, which was introduced in the Riders of Rohan expansion, will also see a return. Turbine has opened up the ability for players to purchase pre-order packs, which range from $39.99 for their base edition to $59.99 for premium. In addition to the Helm's Deep expansion, the bundles also come with an allotment of Turbine points, assorted cosmetic armors, unique mounts, titles, and experience boosts. You know, the usual. And the game of the week is Card Hunter. Co-developed by Magic the Gathering creator Richard Garfield, Card Hunter is a browser-based trading card game which combines elements of online trading card games with the pen and paper feeling of tabletop RPGs. In Card Hunter, players can recruit a team of diverse heroes ranging from swift elf mages to tactical human warriors and sturdy dwarf clerics. Players will then venture forth into D&D-style campaigns where they will battle fierce monsters for a chance at rare loot. Upon completing a challenging campaign, each hero earns experience and can be equipped with items which in turn fuel each hero's action in battle. As players accrue more and more powerful items, they can customize their characters to face special challenges. Each item provides a hero with specific action cards that allow a hero to block, move, cast spells, and attack. For those looking for PvP, Card Hunter offers several PvP modes including ranked play, where players can compete for fame while earning rare chests of loot. Since all heroes in multiplayer are the same level, players need only focus on what item combinations to bring to battle. So if you're interested in tabletop-style RPGs, competitive TCGs, or you're just a fan of all things nerdy, then be sure to check out Card Hunter. That is going to be all on this week's episode of Free-to-Play Weekly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section below. And be sure to head over to MMOBomb.com for more free-to-play action. Until next time, Natsumii out.